They dominate. So here we go. Second last game of the regular season underway on Fox League. And Hunt off the back fence. He almost ran out of the third row of the Lions Menzies stand to take the opening carry. In there for a charge, this Shark side. They're a team of tackle busters when they're at their best. Forwards and backs. Oh, McInnes is driven back. And play three. Bit of bite in the Manly defence. Rudolph on play four, only as far as the 20. Early win with Manly for sure. Kennedy takes the carry. And Hines will have to put in the first kick of the day from just outside his 20. What a start, Manly. Awkward bounce. Seagulls have it. Tommy Talau, left centre. So no Tom Trbojevic, as we know, for the Seagulls. No Jason Saab. There are a couple of the casualties. They're tuning up for finals football. Now with Lodge, his 7th game today for the season. Inside the Sharks half. Poker. And on to Paseka. Powerful force against the Bulldogs last week. And loses the ball. Daniela Paseka. Well, that takes the momentum out of the start for Manly.
If this intensity continues for the next 78 minutes, we're in for a very enjoyable afternoon because Royce Hunt off the kickoff was shot out of a cannon and then he's got back into Paseka and forced the ball over.
Buzzing on the sideline to be here. Football in the suburbs today. This has got all the makings of a special day, Jake.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. An amazing atmosphere here at Four Pines Park. The Seagulls' 8th sellout of the season as they look to secure a home final for next week. Something that's extra important for Manly when you consider they haven't ever lost a final match here at Brookvale Oval. Today they meet a Sharks team that haven't played a top 8 side since round 21. So a big step up for the Sharks as they make an error here.
Brayley turned it over on a little scurry and the ball was lost. There'll be no challenge, it doesn't appear. I think the 10 seconds has passed.
Yeah, there's good marker defence here from Luke Brooks. Brayley's been very good and crafty out at dummy half at the back end of this season. And Luke Brooks just wasn't falling for anything, put pressure on him, turn the ball over. 2 errors to start from either side.
Both teams scoring over 26 points a game this year. So they bring their A attack to the contest. Do not look away for a moment. Seagulls from the scrum. Right side, Olakuatu running at Trindle. He'll have his hands full. Teague Wilton there as well in defence. Olakuatu may be injured here. He is. He gets up hobbling. Lodge on the run. Good for Hamoldi, really buckled there. Trainer checking in with him. Brooks on the left side, dummy, but not able to get through. 25 from the Cronulla line. Early opportunity with the home team. Lachlan Croker caught at marker. And it's still a big chance this set. 2 tackles left. From Lawton to Cherry Evans, dumped off for Lodge. Plenty of touches early for Lodge. Last tackle man. On the left side, Jake Trbojevic. He's not the kicker. Brooks gets the range. Oh, no. Hopewadi, has he got there for Manly? The Seagulls supporters reckon. The sideline official said, I think, rather than he absolutely got there. 4 minutes in, what a start for Manly if successful.
Yeah, I like this from the Manly attack. Cherry Evans on the short side on the last play. William Kennedy was cautious of Cherry Evans, so they go to Luke Brooks. Harvey Norman replay. Kennedy gets there, but does Hopewadi get this ball down?
No, I can't have it. I can't have it on that replay.
That's not a good angle there. No, I think he's gone over the ball as well. I think next time William Kenny would just like to put pressure on the ball as opposed to knocking that out. But that's a good fire shot there from Manly Seagulls attack. I like that Cherry Evans was the decoy.
Manly's already conceded. They're lining up to defend on the 30-metre line, so We just go through the process, but it's fait accompli, no try.
We've cleared all aspects of play in the lead-up.
And it ends up
Lehigh
a knock-on.
does not exert downward pressure on the ball and knocks on in the in-goal. We
There
have
you
a
go.
decision.
7 tackle set Cronulla from the 20-metre line. Bullet dodged by the Sharks. Hero on the run. Very impressive though, Manly. Platform laid up front. Lodge already 3 hit-ups. Now across to Hunt. Quirky stat on Hunt. He hasn't scored many tries in his career. He has scored in his last 2 games played here though. A quarter of his career tries here at Brookvale. Work that out. Well, he's only scored 8. Sharks 5 short of halfway. McInnes into the Manly half. Brayley now, lovely scoop up. Nice run, set restart. Marker was not square, I reckon, in Trebojevic. Now to Rudolph. And quickly Cronulla get their first chance. Brayley, Trindle, right up to the line. Crawls in and Wilton is there. They're 10 away now. Big line to the right side. Trindle to McInnes, right in the centre. Hines with it. Then Kennedy. They're rolling the Sharks. Radiant Katoa. He scores. He did a little bit of tiptoe stuff in the corner. Manly from near try now concede the first. Katoa over for Cronulla.
Yeah, length of the field there for the first try from the Sharks. And I love this big wide shift. When the Sharks are on song, they're zinging the ball left to right. And this time they open it up. 3 passes wide, you'll find Nicho Hines. And the threat of Britton Nickera, one of the best line running back roles we have in the competition, forces Brooks to come in. And then that's the space that William Kennedy works with. But this is great attack here from the Cronulla Sharks. Trindle, McInnes, into Hines, all the ball players, and Katoa scores in the corner.
Oh, you know, oh boy. Rex Mossop was a Manly great, as we know, and an amazing commentator. He would have been screaming at the winger there. Put it down, son, 2 hands, what are you doing? And Katoa, I don't think I've seen him put down like that before. It's just carrying along like a little man bag. Here
Oh, he went very close too.
It could have been major embarrassment for Sione Katoa. Over we go to Hines as kicker, so he's back as #1 kicker. Trindle had the duties last week on Hines' return. 6.5 into the contest. From the sideline, Nicho Hines. Oh, that was close. 4-0 scoreline. What a feel to this one. September is alive.
Absolutely, September's alive because it's been an intense start. Both sides of the ball from both teams, but Manly Seagulls have not completed a set. 2 errors to start this game, and that powerful shift and full set here from the Sharks was very impressive. Went the length of the field, and then they zinged it out to the far side. When the Sharks are up and running, Katoa and Mulatalo, they're the ones scoring the tries.
By the way, T. Wilton and all of that was put on report for a hip drop in the previous set. So Bunker did a bit of review. Down to Mulatalo. Into Hunt. So Manly back where they started, looking to make a statement in defence. Now on with Hero. And again, yes, Manly driving, not content with just making the tackle. Guinness, Rudolph. All being well for Toby. 100th game will be against Melbourne in Melbourne finals. Nice milestone. Sharks on their 30. Brayley's made a good running start. He's had the 1 error though. He's getting them on the front foot now. Back for Hines. Kicks from 5 metres inside his own half. The rookie Falalo is underneath it. Just his 3rd game in the NRL. What a thrill to play on this stage today. It's been sold out for 2 weeks. He throws himself, launches himself at the Sharks defence there. Cherry Evans goes a little wider to Olakuatu. This time Croker. Now for Lodge. He certainly is in a bullocking mood here. Croker now. Marker. Not much doing. Last tackle, Manly. Wouldn't call that a significant gain. The last 3 tackles as Cherry Evans kicks from outside the 40. Kennedy underneath it. Kennedy with the ball for Cronulla. At the very least, Manly complete their first set of the match. And we'll take away from that. So Hines with it. And bringing Katoa in, standing at centre. He had Nickera on his outside there. By the way, Katoa with that first try closing in on his career best season tally. He's 1 shy of that now at 15 for the season. Here's McInnes. Last play, Cronulla. Brayley to Hines. The bomb from 39 metres out. They will not compete for it in the air. And Hopewadi nailed there by Jesse Ramian. Back from suspension, Ramian. Will try and buy a penalty for their team if they can. Nothing's changed over the decades here at Brookvale. Solid this time from the Sharks. High intensity, high stakes today. Croker on to Lodge. And now on the last tackle for Cherry Evans, kicking from inside the 40. Right out to the wing of Katoa to come back. He's quite the player, isn't he? 113 tackle busts again this year, and now 15 tries, and oh, that is an error from Cronulla.
He had hold of him, I don't need to.
No review of that.
Ball carrying arm hits the ground from Katoa, and he gets up and offloads the ball. Jake Trbojevic, there it is too. Good call from the referee. You talk about the intensity in the power game on both sides. I'm really impressed with the middle forwards of Manly, how they've started this game, Paseka and Lodge. And then for the Sharks, it's a back 5. They're always putting their hand up to do the hard yards at it, their own end.
All the refs under pressure too, and that was real authority from Adam G. He just said, I don't need to look at it. I've got full confidence in my call. That's what we want. So, here come Manly. Brooks to Lodge. Yet another carry, his 6th of the afternoon. 19 metres away. Croker with it. Cherry Evans goes short to Olakuatu and then has to fall to get out of the way. Cherry Evans sweeps around to the left. Croker. And they deliver to Paseka. Here is Croker. And knocked down by Cronulla. Knocked down by Wilton. Tackle count restarts. Cherry Evans, Falalo with it. Driven hard by Mulatalo. No panic from the Sharks. Cherry Evans, Croker. There's Paseka. They're doing the job so far, the Cronulla defenders. Croker, left side, Brooks. Dummy, swerve, offload, and over goes Tommy T. Tommy Talau scores another one for Manly. A lovely little piece of play here that Cooper will analyse from Tolu Kola.
Yeah, love the footwork here from Kola, because that's twice now Manly have shifted the ball to their left-hand side. Denied the first time, but watch the footwork here. Jesse Ramian comes out, and he just bounces off that left foot and gets a beautiful flick pass there through to Talau. And with no Tom Trbojevic here this afternoon, this is a very good move for the replacement fullback in Kola to set up Talau.
I really like Kola as a fullback. And I know that, obviously restricted opportunities at Manly with a bloke called Trbojevic there normally, but I've got a feeling it's his best spot. It might be many years before we see him get a permanent start there.
They potentially could be, but with the balance of their side, Tom Trbojevic is the gun fullback here at Manly. And the way that Talau finished off that move from Kola, his ability when the ball is in the air to give the sense that he's going to move to the outside but then step back in the right, just fooled the Sharks' right edge defence.
So over to Ruben Garrick. For Ruben, he's 9 points away from moving to 3rd all-time on the Manly point scorers list behind Edie and Lyon. Graham Edie, a Wombat, and Jamie Lyon. So first one from the sideline, Garrick in flights to the left. We have a 4-all scoreline here on Fox League 13.
Tolu Kola just 2 games at fullback this season from his 18 appearances. But you remember there was the idea that Kola could become the club's permanent fullback, with Tom touted for that move to the centres that only lasted a couple of weeks. So he is a very strong candidate at number 1, able to influence a result. A great ball there, and he finds Tommy Talau, who's scored 8 tries in 10 games at 4 Pines Park here this season, hoping to join and play in his first final series, his first year here at Manly after a couple of seasons at the Tigers. He's had a great year as well.
The former Tigers about to play finals football next week for Manly. Real good start to this game. This has got going down the wire written all over it. Lodge back from the kickoff for Manly. Fox League, the only place you see both the final 2 matches. Incredible the way the draw has played out. Knights and Dolphins to follow this one. Manly going a shift left. Just short of their 20. Now for Lawton. More than half the matches in his career have been off the bench, but here he is, back row late in the season. Now Paseka. This is old-fashioned front row play. The job of Paseka and Lodge so far today. And there he earns a penalty.
One foot on the legs and we're not releasing up top.
Foundations laid by the Manly front rowers.
And they look inspired, Manly front row, because missing a couple of their outside backs. They're a little bit small in terms of the physicality and size. They really stood up to dominate the middle third to start with. Lodge, Paseka.
Between them, Cooper, 11 hit-ups in the opening 14 minutes. And you can make that 12 as Lodge rages into the Cronulla defence again. Over to Brooks. Oh, that's a... I don't know whether to say unforced error. The defence was there. It wasn't the best of passes. But Lawton unable to handle it.
Yeah, that was a bad pass there from Luke Brooks. What they were trying to do is get Lawton set up 1-on-1 with the threat of Kohler out the back again. The pass from Brooks was at the back, but this was the intensity to start this contest. Finals have come early. Look at the big poppers going at it.
Yeah, but this is a beautiful package. this is what you put on. This is, yeah, you won't go there. Late night, that will get you fired up, that sort of stuff. That sort of defence. Sharks with the ball, 15 inside their own half. Brayley to Hero. A 4-all scoreline. Now Brayley. Wilson. Came out of the line. G was happy that it was high on the shoulder rather than neck or head. Guinness to centre field for Hunt. Tigers bound. Tackled by Lawton. Here's Brayley again. On for McInnes. Nice set up here. Hines out the back. Nickera with the ball. Straightens up. Back in field. Changes direction again and turns it into an obstruction play.
Yeah, this is the issue when you put back rower out the back. Normally is the lead runner the first option.
Keep going there. Nico, you're not captain. I've explained it.
Here's the move here. It comes through. See, Jesse Ramey is the first runner, and then it's Nickera out the back. Nickera bounced off the right, comes back through as there's back chat as well from the Sharks players when we march down the field.
Second penalty they've conceded in possession. Now a back check penalty. Not good Cronulla. Craig Fitzgibbon would be livid with that. Manly on halfway. Lawton. Into the Sharks half they go. Looking to post back-to-back tries. Nathan Brown is on for Manly. His first run will be greeted with big cheers. He's become a real crowd favourite. Trebojevic here. Olakuatu. Lodge is the man who went off on the far side of the ground. He'll do a lap of honour. Here is Brown. Driven back. Nice statement, Cronulla. Last tackle, 15 away. Cherry Evans looking for Falolo. He'll go up for it. He's got it. The Manly winger in his third game has come down to score. He's not the tallest of wingers, but he won the battle there. What a moment.
Well, I thought Mulatalo had this covered. The young man put desperation, commitment, desire to get the football. And Falalo is touched down here, and this is a nice kick here from Cherry Evans. On the last play, yep, I'm going to the wing here. Mulatalo looks very comfortable underneath, but just watch the leap here from Falalo. Gets inside Mulatalo, grabs the ball, strong enough hands, and gets it down.
The leading try scorer in the New South Wales Cup last year, 29. Now that was an enormous tally, but didn't get a look into first grade. That all changed this year in round 19 against the Knights. Plying his trade with the Blacktown Workers over the last 2 seasons. Outside of actually running on for his first grade debut, that's got to be his biggest moment right there.
That's a really good finish from the young man, because the ball was up and he didn't body check Mulatalo at all. He just went for the mitts first and just ripped it out of the possession of Mulatalo.
He's doing his best to play the straight face there, like, hey, yeah, I'm cool, that's fine, just a try. But man, his heart would be beating. That's a brilliant moment. Kickers are none from 2 so far today. Garrick, right side, crowd will tell the story, and the groan hangs it out to the right. So kickers are none from 3, 8-4 to Manly.
Clayton Fa'alolo comes into the side with Jason Saab's season in doubt with an ankle injury. And as you mentioned, Andrew, an amazing try-scoring rate in the New South Wales Cup. 43 tries in 44 New South Wales Cup games over the past 2 seasons for the Blacktown Workers. He's had to work for his opportunity as well. Had to play Ron Massey Cup, Sydney Shield as well. And Anthony Seibold said recently that he jumped a few guys in the pecking order who had already played first grade purely because of his work ethic. So not just an athlete and a good leaper, but he's worked hard for his opportunity, and here he is playing in a big game for Manly on the cusp of the finals.
Terrific telling of the story, Jake. Everyone's got a story. Clayton has his, and that's inspiring stuff. So Manly lead by 4, having trailed by 4 early. Here goes Brown. He's actually pushed off by a fan off the back fence to start his run. That's magic. Oh, can Manly score more tries and we see more of these kick-off charges? Apologies to Sharks fans. Croker away. Jake Trebojevic. 15 inside their own half. Croker. And then Tolu Kola. Last play for Manly, so now getting through their sets, having made a scrappy start to the game. Cherry Evans down the throat of Mulatalo. Ronaldo contained 15 away from the Cronulla line. He looked a shirt front hero there. He just a body check, wasn't it? It's a big body. Now Katoa. 2 periods of the Manly defence in some of these sets. I'll use the word vicious. That's what it comes across as. They are ripping in. Jack Williams, will see him shortly for Cronulla. He'll come on for Hunt as Hines kicks. Kohler with it. Skipping his way back into the Cronulla defence. Another set, you've got to say, won by Manly there. They're not being caged inside their 20.
All right, Andrew, I haven't seen this physicality from the Manly defence for a long period of time. They are fired up for this contest.
Nice footwork there from Garrick. Brown applaud that. 20-metre carry. Now Cherry Evans. Croker. Brown. McInnes there with Jack Williams. Croker. Out in front of Brooks. Cherry Evans. Kohler again. We're just looking to put that foot down. Just hung on to by Hines. Last play Manly. Cherry Evans sets the bomb. Lehigh Hopewadi wants a piece of it. Oh, he was close. Contested ball. Katoa gets it just. How good is it when the winger's chatting for the ball?
And Cherry Evans' king game too, just peppering both sides of the field in terms of Sharks. The ball come out here.
Tackle's complete.
And from a packed hill, a penalty ruled, and some go up, some are booing. That's where the majority of the Cronulla support is, scattered across the hill here. You couldn't squeeze, you could not squeeze another person in on the hill. What a sight this is on a Sunday afternoon on Fox League. In some ways you don't want the regular season to end. I know we love the finals, but can we have another 2 weeks of countdown? It's been so good. Set restart Quinella. Brayley to Hines. Then on to Nickera. Tower with the tackle. Brayley, Rudolph. Brayley's on song again. His dummy half play. Jack Williams on this run. So Quinella scored the first try. Manly the next two. Sharks in position here. Trindle with it. Kennedy spin as he got in front of Garrick. 4 tackles down the Sharks. McInnes, a right foot step of his own. But smothered over the top in the tackle of Garrick. Last play, Cronulla, Brayley to Trindle, dummy, weaves a pass, Mulitalo still a chance. Never write off these Cronulla wingers. They are finishers of the highest order. Ronaldo, loose ball, no worries.
Yeah, the ball snatched out of his hands for Manly's last try. But here's a pure finisher when he puts it together. And Cherry Evans' defensive decision here is the reason why Trindle gets through. He's spooked here, Cherry Evans, and turns in for no reason. Allows the path for the pass to get through to Mulitalo. Watch Cherry Evans turn in and come up without making a tackle. Ball gets through there, hits the deck. Mulitalo does the rest, keeps those feet in play, and that's a try.
Well, obviously the referee's satisfied that the pass was thrown at worst in line. It can then bounce forward and not be ruled forward, so there's no question it bounced forward. But as long as it was thrown backwards or in line, it's play on, and Mulitalo took full advantage.
And the indecision of Cherry Evans makes that play because Trindle stepped through, saw the passage to get the pass through. Yes, it hit the deck, but they stripped the Manly defence, and Mulitalo did the rest.
One closer. What an illustrious club-listed Cronulla. Tough day for the kickers. Who's the first to get a sideline shot? They're 0-3. Hines and Garrick. Nico, right foot. Looks good. Looks outstanding. The Sharks take the lead again, and a smile on Nico's face. Cronulla 10, Manly 8. Tickets to the NRL and NRLW Telstra Premiership Grand Finals are on sale now. You won't want to miss it. Accor Stadium, Sunday, October 6. We've locked in the Kid Leroy for Grand Final entertainment. You can get your tickets now at nrl.com/tickets. It could be Manly there, it could be Cronulla there. NRLW today. Boy, suddenly the competition turned on its head. Roosters make a statement against the unbeaten Cronulla. It's all happening in the NRL and NRLW. 10-8 to the Sharks. Rudolph back. And here we go. Just sit back and enjoy the battering Manly defence here. Do they get on top in this set? Oh, nice. Mulitalo over the top of Brooks. This is better. That's way better. Back to the 30. They've struggled to get outside their 20 inside 4 tackles previously. Williams with it. 4 tackles up Cronulla. Hines. Then Trindle and held up for Ero. Into the Manly half. This is one of the better sets of the match from Cronulla. Trindle. And Kohler underneath it. Kennedy getting through and makes the tackle. They can play fast, can't they, Cronulla? When they get it all right, they play very fast.
A little shift in terms of the strategy too, because the Manly middle forwards are winning the physical battle in the contact. But that time Mulitalo got set off to a really good start going towards Brooks. So I think that's the chance for the Sharks to gain momentum is through the edges.
A few weeks ago you saw it on Fox League. Cronulla just blew the Dragons off the field with the speed of play that they achieved. Here's Cherry Evans going for a 40-20. He's got the distance, not the angle. It'll need to take a left-hand turn. It's to the in goal. It's still a great kick. And Cronulla, 2 metres out from their own line. Consider that shot fired by DCE. Trindle is the 40-20 kicker for Cronulla. He's nailed one this year.
Yeah, geez, he's good at that, Cherry Evans. Just know when to turn the screws in the early kick.
Trindle floating it out to Mulatalo. And Hazelton has come off the bench, literally. He's just jogged on, replacing Rudolph, and then had to pick up a ball out the back. He normally wouldn't be there to pick up that ball. He ran on an arc-like run from the sideline to gather it in. Trindle from 30 out from his own line. Brown got all that. Oh, Brown's going to be penalised. Well, Brown's going to be penalised for going on with a tackle. It wouldn't have knocked the skin off a custard, but he ended up just sort of dropping on him. Have a look. It basically pulls out and just gives him a little cuddle. He gives him a cuddle.
So the referee said it was totally late, not necessary. Yes, that's true, but
it's a cuddle.
It's nothing but late. He had a mile of time to pull out of that. He didn't have to make that tackle.
What do we need to get? We're getting a lot of surrender calls. Why is that?
Because they're dropping their legs. Let's go. We're playing
penalised for a very late cuddle.
Late cuddle, grade 2. Grade 2, wow, Cronulla. Then, and you know, it's where the penalty is. It's where the ball lands. It's a long kick, but it's a huge ground advantage.
And this is the key for the Sharks. I think the threat of Nickera and Teague Wilton on the edges up against the halves and Manly's where it is.
Now to Williams. There's one for the postseason. How about penalties like that? The penalty is where the tackle is made, not where the ball lands. Hines with it to Hazelton, the juggle and put down. He was almost through. Olakuadu, the defender. Rayleigh to Hines. Hines to Kennedy. Oh, scything tackle. Good stuff, Brooks. Still on for the Sharks. Hines, floating ball. Another one for the Cronulla wingers. Or has Talau got there? Sione Katoa. He gets up. Is he selling it? I don't know.
I think this is a try save from Tommy Talau.
Got no try.
Kato not confident.
I believe he grounds it outside touching
The
goal.
speed of play from the Cronulla Sharks in that set gives the opportunity here to Katoa. Manly desperate. Look at that play from Tommy Talau.
The ball goes touching goal. We have a decision.
Great stuff.
You see a lot of players going for the body when the wingers are trying to get that ball down, but Tommy Talau's left hand goes straight for the ball.
Problem with the landing gear there for Sione Katoa. That was the report from the cockpit.
But again, the attacking set from the Sharks, it was on the left-hand side attacking Cherry Evans. Then Brooks comes up with a good tackle and the ball over the top from Nicho Hines.
It's good because I'll go far as saying 49 times out of 50, Katoa gets there. They're so good, these two Cronulla wingers finishing. So that's a save from Manly. Could have been 14-8 or more. Instead, they're only down by 2. Great game of September football we're watching here. Olakuadu with it. Now Garrett's turn. Close to the sideline, over and out. Almost into the Cronulla bench. And the bench players joined in as well.
Yeah, Ruben Garrick's gone all in at different stages. His speed and footwork has gone on the outside of the opposition centre. This time, Iro and Ronaldo Mulatalo do a good job. Keep him up, carry it underneath the ball, and roll him into touch.
Toby Rudolph and Hunt and Talakai, they were all, it was almost into their lap. They were on the sideline doing a little warm-up drill. Hazelton with it for Cronulla. You've got to love the physicality of this game. Williams on the spin away from Brooks. 11 minutes to go in the first half. McInnes. Has anyone contemplated 2 draws to finish on the Sunday ticket? With Canberra fans hoping for 1. Maybe we'll get 2. This is so close, this one. Wilton tackled 21 away from the line. Brayley to McInnes. And Williams, Manly were waiting for that one. Lawton with Croker. The Sharks with Hines. That ball over the top again. Katoa back in field. A tackle bust there. Kennedy with it. Off the boot. Manly got it covered. Bowler with the ball. 10.5 to go until half-time. Anything could happen here.
Yeah, Luke Brooks looking a little jittery then. He come flying out of the line to try and shut down the play. Nico Hines threw the ball over the top. And William Kennedy gets this. Gets a repeat set.
Sharks, a couple of errors with ball in hand penalties conceded, but their completion rate overall is 12 of 16 now. Leading by 2. Here is the lottery, and a lovely catch there by Kennedy. Turned his back on the oncoming traffic. Good catch. Ramian, Nikora. 9 away from the line. They're running towards the Bob Fulton stand here at 4 Pines Park. Across with Trindle on to Hazelton again. He's already scored 7 tries this year. Bailey, Trindle, coming Militalo's way, runs it himself. Can't pass it. Cherry Evans, in fact, they force a mistake. Cherry Evans, the most experienced, with the least experience. Palalo, his 3rd game. Cherry Evans, his 318.
Yeah, good defence there from Cherry Evans on Trindle. It's 4-on-4. And the Sharks 5'8" decided to put the hammer down and go for it. Manly defence held off, and that's where the fumble came.
Some real close goes for Cronulla. And dominating possession, as you can see, the last 10 minutes, 76% of the ball. Manly doing well to hang in.
Okay, let's go. Okay, thank you. Hold in there.
Absolutely pumping here at 4 Pines Park. Seagulls with Aloye. It's an all-forward bench. Ben Primorovich on the bench today. Aloye, Bullimore and Brown, who we've seen in the action already. Sharks opting today to have Dan Atkinson off the bench rather than the 4 forwards. This one on for Brown. Hazelton and Williams there. Croker. Brooks again kicking before the last and inside the 40. Katoa on his bike, back with it. Manly chasers coming down. Katoa's all on his own. Nice first contact from Jake Trebojevic.
Yeah, the last 2 early kicks from Manly have been very successful in terms of getting the field position and getting their defence on the front foot early in the sets.
Worth noting, inside the final 8 of the first half, that Cronulla, by the Fox Sports Lab numbers, have won 9 of 10 when they've been leading or level at halftime this year. Now Kennedy on to Williams. Ramian, little flick pass. It was expected though. Nikora, he's got speed too. Nikora, centre field. Last play Sharks. Brayley Trindle's the kicker this time. He'll bomb. Ronaldo coming through. Militalo on Palalo. Palalo ahead of Militalo. The ball. Sharks fans thought, or Manly fans thought there had been a mid-air tackle of sorts. Play on the call. It is a peculiar draw we have. This is the first time that these 2 sides have played each other this year. We get to the end of the season. Well, passing an examination with flying colours here at both ends. Now Nathan Brown, little head wobble on the run there. Last play Seagulls. It's Cherry Evans the kicker this time. Goes down the centre. Does well to find the grass. Kennedy with the ball from his own 10. And links up straight away. Katoa's on his bike. Yet again. Back to the 40. There's some interference at the play the ball. The Sharks fans thought that time. They really have to do their best to try and slow these Sharks down. They've found their mojo in this game. Hazelton, 40 out. Brayley, Talakai. Quick play the ball again. Brayley, Hines, right to the line. Trindle bombs up on the right. 5'8" on 5'8". Good tackle, Brooks. Last play, Cronulla, Hines, Nicola off the ground, play on, scooped up Hines, Kennedy with it, here comes Hazelton, back to Kennedy, kept alive, Trindle with it, kick through, doesn't get it through. Falalo ends up with a ball, dazzling stuff from the Sharks.
What about the pass from Hazelton? The no-look over the left-hand shoulder picks up Kennedy. And I think if Trindle just gets the ball, the long pass to Mulatalo, he is in the left-hand corner. But he went for the trick kick. They come up with nothing. Great interchange of passing from the Sharks there.
They kept bobbing up, didn't they? They just... Blue, white, and black just kept bobbing up in support play. Could have been one of the tries of the season at the finish.
Watch this pass here from Hazelton.
There he is, yeah. Clever play. In the meantime, Manly almost back to their 40. A half that has produced 4 tries, 1 conversion from the sideline from Nico Hines. We said early, it's got all the makings of a game going down to the last seconds. No reason to think anything but after 36 minutes. Trbojevic, Manly losing ground. Kohler will try and change that. Just inside the Cronulla half. This game ahead of the shootout. The Dolphins and the Knights in Newcastle get comfortable for this afternoon on Fox League. As good as it gets. Cherry Evans bombs towards Mulatalo. And Falalo that time only had eyes for the Cronulla winger. Hero across field, his 8th carry of the day. Look at him go. What an improver he is, Kale Hero. They've certainly got their 3-quarter line settled. Cronulla, now Kennedy with it. Bailey, Hazelton, Williams. Back in the Manly territory. On for Trindle. Manly's defence caught napping a little on this right edge. They were retreating there and Sharks helped themselves to about 15 metres. Last play, Trindle. Here comes Ronaldo. We got it again. Mulatalo Falalo. He loses the ball. Oh, and then Garrick went for it.
He's offside.
He was in an offside position. He may have copped a high tackle to boot. Penalty, Cronulla.
A big opportunity here for Sharks to dominate just before the halftime break and get some ascendancy.
Wait, Braden.
What's the opportunity for their fast play and shifting from sideline to sideline? They're going to be attacking the Manly halves.
So here they go, Cronulla. Big set in the first half, inside the final 3. Hazelton off Talakai there. Maybe they set up big Siffer for a run at the line. Hines, Kennedy, Nicola back inside. Crashed away from the defence. Ramian. Caught by Brooks, caught by Talau. Kennedy goes short side. Kennedy is held up short. He backed himself. Manly's defence rock solid. Hines, Hazelton, ball! Tommy Hazelton for Williams. Big lurch has set one up for Cronulla.
Yeah, don't worry about Nico Hines or Braden Trindle. When you get near the try line, just give the ball to Tom Hazelton. He'll either score or set up a try, and this is great work. The little short pass here from Hazelton, the threat to run and bump defenders, but then this short pass here, it's a poor miss there from Ola Kalatu. But the wider the field position of the shift of the Sharks, the more effective they are. And this time, 2 of their middle forwards just connect through here, and Jack Williams scores.
He's impossible not to like Tom Hazelton. First, it's the bald head that gets you in, but he has just got better and better.
And the reason why that play worked is Tom Hazelton, the big middle forward, just eyeballed Lachlan Croker, and Croker turns slightly in, thinking he has to tackle him, and it was just a nice little pass there to Williams to the outside, which created the one-on-one.
I'll make the assumption that at his old home ground in Goulburn yesterday, they would have had junior grand finals being played. He's a proud product of Goulburn. And the biggest lead of the match established right on half-time. It'll be 8 points. What a sight that is, straight at the Bob Fulton stand side.
And both teams have delivered in this first half because they're playing semi-final football. Good completion rate, low missed tackle count, end-to-end. The intensity's been there from the word go. And it's just the speed of play and the skill of the Sharks that's got them this 16 to 8 point lead.
I thought I heard some Bulldogs cheers on that try, saying, "Oh, good on you, Tommy. Good on you, Jack Williams. This is very important. Yeah, this is very important for the Bulldogs today. And back in the finals for the first time since 2016. If Cronulla win here, not only back, the Bulldogs get to host week 1. And the difference in terms of Bulldogs fans coming to Brookvale at a capacity of, 17,000, 18,000, as opposed to, write your own crowd number at a core next week. You get 50,000 Bulldogs fans in there. Sharks up by 8. We'll have it all covered for you right here on Fox League. Now for Hazelton. Williams, there's the dynamic duo. Final seconds of the first half. I think we'll play conservative. Been wrong before. Paul. Wilton slid into the knees there of Aloye. This should be the last tackle of the first half. Talakai, Hines, he also falls. And that should probably do us at 4 Pines Park. Such a big game, so much to play for. And Cronulla taking it to the home team. Half-time, Cronulla 16, Manly 8. And I get my wish, Nathan Brown is ready to rumble, but they'll go the other side. That's where Sam, can they get Brown to run over there and take the carries?
Tell Brayley to kick.
Yeah, Brayley, change the side. We want more Brown running. Play 1. Second half underway. 40 minutes to go. Well, perhaps there might be longer. Aloye brings it back for Manly. The Sharks taking advantage just before half-time with the Jack Williams try. And the 8-point margin, the biggest we've had, space between the sides. Now Brown gets his run. Players like Brown and Bullymore, what good value they've been for Manly this season. Here's Jake Trbojevic now. With Luke Brooks on the run. Brooks, his 229th game today. With his 230th will be finals footy for the first time. Kick down to Mulatalo. First points would be a statement if Cronulla can score either side of half-time. That could be the difference. Hero with it on this run.
I think that's one of the things that Manly need to fix up to chase down their scoreboard. Is they need to nullify the back 5 of the Sharks.
So doing well in this set, Manly defensively. Cronulla, though, just a standard start to the second half. Wilton on this carry. Play 4, back to the 40. Brayley for Williams. He's certainly having a strong hand. He's 10th hit up since coming in off the bench. Hazelton has made 8. That's the 2 biggest counts for the Cronulla forwards today. Trindle on the last tackle. There's pressure there. That is a good catch. This kid has gone great. He's not quite a kid. He is 24 for Lalo, but it's only his 3rd game of first grade. He's been superb. Like, he's been spectacular, his catches. Nothing has come easy.
He's up against Ronaldo Mulatalo too, so very good in the first 40. He's going to be very good in this next 40 for Manly to get over as well.
Brooks here, Trbojevic. And we try and roll forward here. They're setting up on the right-hand side. Croker to Brown. Ball play for Cherry Evans. Olakuatu fairly well contained today. He got through one tackle there of Trindle. He's the target every time for Olakuatu. This time, Cherry Evans. Little grubber kick. Oh, doesn't get it back. Kennedy flashes onto it. Shades of Valentine Holmes last night for the Cowboys. Let's go down to Jake on the sideline. Interested to hear what Anthony Seibold had to say to his team at halftime.
He was happy the way they started, thought they were in the physical battle early on, but then gave too many leg ups, had to do too much tackling, and then they got what they deserved in the back end of that first half. For Sharks coach Craig Fitzgibbon, really happy with the defence, just wants calmer heads to build more.
Oh, hang on a second. Nickera to big Hazelton, Jake. We'll get back to you in a moment, but the melon of Hazelton flashed through downfield. Trindle goes wide, out it comes, Hero with it, looking for an offload, not coming. Last tackle, Cronulla. It's a slow play, the ball for Brayley to Trindle, to pass it up. Talakai, offload, Nico Hines kept it alive and put down by Wilton. Jake, we will get back to you to complete the talk of Fitzgibbon at halftime to the Sharks.
And this was the replay here of the line break from Hazelton. Nathan Brown tried to pull off one of his big shots on Nickera, but the footwork got through in the little pass there for Hazelton. So look, Brown was trying to impact the game, but nice footwork there from Nickera.
And that's what Sharks coach Craig Fitzgibbon was talking about. He wanted calmer heads in attack there to build more pressure and don't try and score on every play. Cronulla make an error, then give away a penalty.
Really good, isn't it? Williams, Hazelton, Cooper, 18 hit-ups between them, 169 running metres. Williams with 4 tackle busts today. Hazelton a tackle bust and the line break now and a try assist. They're not just hit-up men coming off the bench.
The dominant forward rotation of the Sharks has been a big part of why they fought back that second 20 minutes of that first half.
Trbojevic is up, just limbering up for Manly. Good to see the game time. And Kawatu with the ball. I'll say it again, they're doing a job. Canterbury had their hands full with Ola Kawatu last week, but Cronulla have done well today. Aloye on this carry. Manly have not used Bullymore or Trbojevic as yet. Here is Brown. Brooks goes to the front man. That was Lawton. He was tackled. No, play on the call. So Lawton gets up. Oh, and then he smashed. Oh, Jesse Ramian, we've got a problem here. Manly resent the tackle. Ramian could be in trouble. Talau, I mean, he is wound up tight here, Jesse. Just checking Lawton's back to his feet.
Yeah, it's big, heavy contact. The bunker will look at this, and if there is any contact to the chin of Lawton, Jesse Ramian will be in some trouble.
Daly, take him back.
He has a bit of a record, Jesse Ramian. And where's the contact? Well, it's
chest.
It's still head contact, I suppose. It's made more dramatic by the fact that he is held low down. But the bunker have to pass on a verdict here. To Lawton's credit, he's up. Stand by. Adam G takes centre stage.
There's a lot of mitigation, and we understand it's chest on head. Blake contributes to the mitigation. That's why it's on report penalty. Okay? Siffer!
All right.
So Jesse Ramian says, so I'm not off.
I'm not off.
Just confirming.
Sit down, right? Stay out of it.
And stay out of it. And Nico Hines say, what about Tommy Talau stay out of it?
Same warning as him. You flare it up. Once more, you're going, right?
Okay, we've got a little flashpoint there in the game. A Sunday afternoon at 4 Pines Park. The Battle of the Beaches. Hots up a little. It's still 13 on 13. You be the judge at home if you're happy with that.
And this game is just going to go up an extra few notches after that contact and aggression.
Oh, yeah. The next carry, if Manly want to just go one out, hit up. Brooks, centre field, Allier with it. Williams and Hazelton waiting. Manly, great chance here to get the first point to the second half. Pokar, Cherry Evans, Olakuatu, and eventually hits the tee. Inside the 10 now. Pokar, Cherry Evans looking to run the show. Out the Brooks, Kohler with it. We saw this in the first half. Just caught. Hines was there. Ramian there. Brooks with it. With Croker. Then Brown, turn and pass, Cherry Evans, Garrick now, man outside, Valalo getting through, and Cronulla a little juggle. from Ronaldo. So once it's come up in air,
Touches Manly.
referee G saying
I've ruled
touch.
that he's lost it onto a Manly player.
They want to challenge, they will. They throw it in late.
Ronaldo is backing himself here.
Would have been coming in to tackle
See the
one, mate.
referee.
On-field ruling is when it pops up, it's actually hit a Manly player for a knock-on.
Wingers and front rowers.
Yeah, so Ronaldo must be sure that it hasn't touched the Manly player. The referee was right there. Just pops up here.
I'm hoping for you, Ronaldo, that you're right. We can't have a winger.
Ronaldo Mulatalo loses possession and the ball contacts Clayton's leg. The challenge is unsuccessful.
No! Ronaldo, what have you done? He's barbecued the challenge.
Middle scrum,
I mean, it's a great day for a barbecue, but not of that kind, Ronaldo.
And I thought it was a great defensive set from the Sharks. Manly were a threat on this side through Kohler, then went right side to Garrick with the kick, and they handled it until Mulatalo turned over possession. They're going to be under the pump here again.
Ronaldo, what have you done? Manly with a scrum 10 metres out.
Have
they got one ready to go straight away, Cooper?
4 defenders on the left, but big Olakalatu out there on the right-hand side. Garrick feet in the scrum. There's a trick shot coming here from Manly.
There's space for Hamoli to work with. If they go that way, Manly, that is what they're going to do. Here's Olakalatu, runs it around. Cherry Evans to Garrick. Oh, that was close. Very, very close there. Hello now. Cherry Evans. Croker. Back to centre field. Allier. Now the Manly fans find full voice. 16 points to 8. Olakalatu gets another run at them. Brayley.
He's warming to this contest, Olakalatu.
Croker. Brown. For Brooks. Runners. Lawton. Another good tackle by Hines. 4 tackles up Manly. Croker. Brown. Cherry Evans, does he kick? He runs it. Olakalatu swerves back infield. He's had 3 carries in the last minute, Hamoli Olakalatu. Croker to Brown, to Brooks, to quick hands. Kohler, left foot kick. Back goes Katoa. Katoa looks at it. And he wins it. Oh, boy. He's given Craig Fitzgibbon some sort of cardiac action and has got away with it.
Well done, Katoa. I thought he had to get rid of that ball because the Manly speedsters were coming. A good defensive set again from the Sharks. I like that Cherry Evans is going to Hamoli Olakalatu. He looks dangerous every time he touches the ball.
I don't know whether I'm doing that next time, but anyway, he got away with it, Katoa, and a 7 tackle set as a result. At 16 to 8. At the moment, Canterbury host Manly next week at Accor Stadium. Bulldogs cheering hard for Cronulla. Hines with it. They've got the Dolphins in the Knights for you after this one. The shootout for 8th. Loser leaves the country. Brayley, left side. Trindle running up to the line. Aero, support, and now Cronulla, their back line in absolute full flight. Ronaldo Mulatalo scores. Manly at one end almost. Cronulla, they're showing some real top 4 signs with football like that.
Yeah, Craig Fitzgibbon would be absolutely pumped with the last couple of minutes from his team. Defended back-to-back sets on their own goal line, withstood the Manly attack, and when they get their opportunity here, watch the width of the pass from Braden Trindle. Gets Kyle Aotero on the outside of Ruben Gaddick, and that is beautiful there from Ronaldo Mulatalo. The fact that the Sharks could defensively hold their gloves up for multiple sets, and when they get the opportunity, they pounce through high-end skill. Powerful running from Mulatalo.
Big moment in the history of the Cronulla club. Whenever you mention any statistic with the name Steve Rogers, you know it's big. The great Sludge Rogers, well, Mulatalo with his double draws level with Steve Rogers on the try scorers list for Cronulla. Very different players, but Mulatalo nabbing his 82nd try right there in just his 107th match. He'd already passed Matt Rogers, now he draws level with Steve. And look at this, outside 2 converted tries. Cronulla 22-8, having trailed 8 points to 4.
Yeah, it's great resilience from the Sharks. It was 10 minutes into this second half. Manly are 6 from 6, and we're dominating the good ball attacking possession. And the Sharks are first to score. They've pounced. Great response.
Sunday night with Matty Johns tonight. A really good special guest, the Penrith hooker. When you talk about your underrated players or those that go a little under the radar, Mitch Kenny coming on. And if you've got any greenkeeping questions, I've got a problem with my lawn at the moment. Mitch Kenny's a good man to ask. You know, that's his trade in the past. Now it's all football. But Mitch Kenny, special guest tonight on the Sunday night show with Matty Johns after our coverage of the Knights and the Dolphins in McDonald Jones Stadium. Here comes Hazelton back to Cronulla. 15 out from the Cronulla line. Margin is 14 points, a lot of time left. But Manly have to be the next to score. I think Cole is the man that, you know, if Tom Trbojevic is out there, Tom's the man would be saying now, well, I think it's the bloke wearing the 1 for them now, that he's had some good touches. Now it's time to turn it into an even bigger play. 4 tackles up Cronulla. Talakai, back it goes. Trindle kicking inside the 40. Kohler has to cut it off. He does that. He'll get his chance to run it back. Tolu Kohler with the ball for the Seagulls. And a straight line of defenders.
Talking about how to Manly chase down this scoreboard. Obviously, Cherry Evans and Brooks are key, but Olakalatu is dangerous on the right, and I like the call with Kohler at the back here on the left-hand side, one-on-one with Hines and his speed.
So Bullymore into the action for the Seagulls. They're 5 minutes inside their own half, second stint in the game for Paseka. Bullymore, good run, nice surge. In Trbojevic waits fresh for Manly, yet to see game time. High ball, Kennedy. Are they challenging? No, they aren't. Olakuadu just makes the tackle. So 3 of the 4 tries for Cronulla from their 2 wingers. Double to Mulatalo, a try to Katoa. Another try scorer, Jack Williams, who leads the hit-up count for the Sharks.
Seabold's gone to his bench. Got Paseka back out there, who was dominant to start this game. I like that move from Seabold.
The Hines ball, Damien with it. Manly fans still bluing that he should have had time in the bin. Hines wrapping around his Nickera. Brown cuts him off. Spins away, one-hander over the top. Wilton gets moving. Teague Wilton straight down the hey diddle diddle. Kennedy support. Hines is there. He doesn't find Hines. Oh, still going. Kennedy got away from Kohler. Kennedy to Trindle. Ball knocked down. Manly are going to come up with it. Knock on the call, but they've saved a try. And still in the contest as a result.
The lead-up work here from Nickera is very impressive. Normally a back rower who goes straight in the teeth of the defence. This time spins around and gets a basketball pass over the top to Wilton. And they fall through here. I would have thought Hines would have been set up here from Kennedy. A good defence back there from the Manly to get enough players back there to turn the possession back.
Yeah, one more, that finds 0. They go over for a try, and it would have been 26, if not 28-8. Hazelton limped to this scrum.
Trick play going back to the left-hand side. Mulatalo is one off the scrum here.
Well, here he is. He gets his chance. Chasing a hat-trick. Held by Cherry Evans. Manly have to defend this one. Canterbury fans getting excited. Williams there. Not to mention the Sharks fans here. 8 metres away from the line. Brayley, Talakai, Hines, Nickera angles back in field. Brown had his number. Atkinson getting ready to come on for Cronulla. Interesting change. Brayley with the ball. Talakai now. is close to the line.
Sure, Ethan, no more.
Croker had a leg, Bullymore over the top. Brayley, Trindle. There is Hines over the top again. Here goes Ronaldo. Ronaldo is held up this time. Last play, Cronulla. Hazelton off, Atkinson on for the Sharks. Hazelton limps off. Jake will have the story. Hines with a ball, long pass, Brayley's kick. Atkinson's been on. He's been on 3.2 seconds. And has scored the try for Cronulla. Dan Atkinson rushes on and rushes over.
What a great move from Craig Fitzgibbon to get the super sub on in Atkinson. They were threat on most play the balls. This time it was a big shift on the last play, and Brayley rushed to put it on. The leg speed of the interchange player is the reason why he gets here before any of the Manly players. Fresh legs, the ability to get through. And I'll tell you what, when Atkinson has played for the Sharks, he's delivered every time.
Agreed. Absolutely agree with that. Dan Atkinson in his 17th game for the year. It is a story for Jake with Tom Hazelton. I'm just looking, and I think he has gone to the dressing room, and that's disappointing for Tom. But the result of Tom coming off, and they make the change quick. Atkinson goes into the game, and you say it, fresh legs. If he's not on, no one else is getting there, potentially.
And the versatility, because he can play in the halves, can play in the outside backs, but he's come on for Hazelton as a middle forward. Big enough body to handle the heat from Manly, but then fast legs to do something like that.
Well, just like that. I mean, a few minutes out from half-time, it is close, it is tight. And now Cronulla have scored that try just before half-time to Williams. That was converted, made 10-8 into 16-8, and now they've scored 2 converted tries since the break. And it looks great on the score. They now lead by 20. What a valuable player. And normally Cronulla do play the 4-4, so this is a change in strategy today. So as it stands, Canterbury host Manly next week at a core. Guarantee of huge crowd. Huge crowd.
And I like that Atkinson is in the side, because his record when he's played in the halves this year, 10 wins from 13 games. He's just a competitor. He needs to be on the field for the Sharks at different stages in the finals.
Well, now there are Cronulla fans trying to get in touch with me about if they score another 53 points, they'll go past the Roosters. But and there'll be a draw in the last game. An error from Cronulla just opens the door for Manly. Do not sell the game short. The Seagulls with his big home crowd. It's a Sunday afternoon. Incentive to win. One try could really rally the troops here. And here's a little opening for them.
It's Jack Williams there turning over possession.
Let's go.
Scrum 15 metres away from the line.
They're coming left here, 2-on-2.
So here they are. Brooks wrapping around. Kohler, that's a good tackle on Tolu Kohler from Ramey in there. Hopewadi's got a Midas touch. Hasn't had many chances today. Only had the 4 runs, Lehigh Hopewadi. Now Lawton in a dummy half with Brown and Cherry Evans. Olakuatu lines up Iro and carries them over and scores the try. Holy moly, Olakuatu, powerful force to score.
Holy moly, all right. It was a static play, but when the ball got into Olakuatu's hands, the Sharks defenders just kept backing off, which gave him the momentum, and he is a big edge back rower, hard to handle. Multiple Sharks players trying to get underneath the ball and couldn't do it. And every time in this second half, near the try line, Cherry Evans has gone to his big right edge back rower, and he's caused chaos. This time, it just might be the try they need to respond and chase down this scoreboard.
I'll take a wild stab. I don't think he's ever missed a legs day in the gym. Molly Olakuatu, he kept them pumping there. That was where the strength was coming from, and he's carted the 2 defenders with him. Oh, here you go. One mistake, Cronulla way on top. And the crowd are back into it. Manly on the board. Garrick with a kick. Garrick does the right thing, kicks the goal. 14 the difference, 22 just under to go.
A powerful surge by big Hamoe Olakawatu gets the Manly fans excited and gets their side back in this game. He's looked threatening all afternoon. He capitalises there. Just an update on Tommy Hazelton for the Sharks, guys. He's still up the tunnel being assessed by the doctor on what looks to be a knee injury. He did limp around with it for a very long time before being pulled off the field. We'll give you an update when we know more.
So Manly's season average is just over 26 points a game. That would be another 2 converted tries here.
The record here at home this year is above 30, so they can put the points together.
Yeah. Boy, Manly get the next try. And look, there's 2 main courses today. It's not entree, main course. Ahead of Knights and Dolphins here on Fox League. It's in your hands, Manly. Where you take us in this one. Bullymore wrapped up 10 metres out from the line. Now Brown, they're going to shift it. Brooks, Kohler, he's got that in and away, but he lost his footing there. Now Ben Trebojevic, fresh legs for Manly in the game. First carry. Brown has a lot of ball playing in the middle. Paseka's the man there. Matt Lodge off. He hasn't been on for a long period of time.
I was just about to say, get Lodge on, and therefore you've got that forward momentum to be able to create quick play the balls.
Cherry Evans, long kick fielded by Kennedy. So he'll come back. Will Kennedy. How Cronulla get through this set, having made the mistake in the previous one. Manly would be sweating on back-to-back errors. Katoa with the ball. And Brooks drove in hard and low there.
Seabold is going to interchange. He's getting Jake Trebojevic ready to get out there.
Let's go down to the sideline, Jake.
Big blow for the Sharks, guys. Tom Hazelton, he's back on the Cronulla bench, but he has been ruled out of this game with a knee issue.
Yeah, the headband's off. That's the giveaway. Hazelton won't be back. He was very good. 10 hit-ups, 98 metres. As now Cronulla attack with Ramian. Suggestion of obstruction there. Nikora going to get out of the way. Last tackle, Cronulla. Hines. Manly have to do everything right the next 5 or 10 minutes. Valalo underneath it. Another catch by the rookie winger. But they've got a little bit of momentum now, but one mistake would pull that up. Brown goes to the bench to enable Jake Trebojevic back onto the field. Talau with the ball now. Cherry Evans activates the short side for Lehigh Hopewadi. Offload back for Trebojevic. Ben gets up over the 30-metre line. 4 tackles Manly. Lawton, Jake Trebojevic. No offload on the 40 there. So let's see what kick Cherry Evans has here. Right from the 40. Skews a little off the side of the boot. Kennedy with it. He checks himself again. He did that on the last catch as well. I don't know whether he's got a problem with a finger here or his hand. He sort of just looks a little awkward the last 2 catches. 19 minutes to go. Cronulla locked and loaded for a clash with Melbourne next week in Melbourne. But want to take winning form there. Have to. McInnes with it. Bounced off Ben Trebojevic. Rayleigh to Trindle. Hines sweeping onto the left. Out it goes. Another touch for Ero. He has plenty. That's his 15th carry of the day. Leading run meters of the Cronulla backline. Kale Ero. Last tackle. Trindle. Another bomb. Well, it's got the range where they could compete on it. McInnes there. No, he won't. Kohler comes down with it. McInnes not a known leaper, but he was there in time if he wanted to.
I know when you're chasing points, you tend to shift the ball, and Manly are very good at it. But the fact is, for Sharks, their middle forward rotation at the moment is Atkinson, McInnes and Toby Rudolph. So they're small through the middle. Play the power game and see if they can create momentum that way.
Yeah, decent observation there. There's Paseka trying to run through the middle. Rudolph lost the leg there for a moment and regripped. Lawton will go for a run up to the 40-metre line. Atkinson, the defender. 5 tackles, Manly, still plenty of time. 17 and a half to go. Cherry Evans inside the 40. Down to Kennedy it goes. Clean catch. The Cronulla fullback. And Sharks, Manly just can't get Cronulla down inside their 20 at the moment. They're outside the 30 on play 1. Hero. So inside their 40. Atkinson and Long. Toa's coming off the wing. Typically busy day for the 2 Sharks wingers, the 2 and the 5. Atkinson moving and gets into the Manly half. Brayley races into dummy half. Hines now, little show to McInnes. Goes out with Trindle. Short ball, sends Wilton through. Where's the support? The kick looks good and covered up by that man, Falalo again. Clayton will have a statue by the end of today's game erected. He's done so many good things.
Yeah, great save of a try there from the right winger, Falala. But again, Wilton going through around Cherry Evans. Cherry Evans just overread it, thought the ball was going to go at the back to Kennedy. And the short pass, which has worked all afternoon for the Sharks, Wilton goes through.
Falalo, games against the Knights and Roosters are now here at home against Cronulla. Cherry Evans, the short dropout. Manly need it. Hopewadi didn't get it. Kennedy lost it.
First knock-ons, Manly.
There we go. Adam G on it.
Shot clock on. Middle scrum, boys.
Adam G, our grand final referee from last year, I would say, and today he's got himself in the mix to be up with the top priorities, top selections.
The storyline around Manly will be Turbo being back next week, because he just adds a completely different dimension to both their attack and defence.
Lodge ready to come back on, Cooper. With 15 and a half to go, this now becomes the biggest set of the game. Manly have to hang on. Ramian tries a fend on Talau. Doesn't get away. That's play 1. 9 away. Sharks up by 14. Katoa, set restart. Katoa still dangerous. Morton hangs on. Big line to the left. Hines first receiver. Here he goes. Hines with it. Just picks off Rudolph to take another run at them. They're setting up the Sharks here. Trindle, Nickera again. He's headed cross country. Brett Nickera, what a player. What a player Brett Nickera is. He does things all strength, all speed. He's got the biggest back rower, but boy is he effective.
The variation of the attacking threat of Brett Nickera has been on show this afternoon. He can be straight up and down and be shot out of a gun when he's connecting with his halves, or he can be coming back across the field, sidestepping, beating defenders, and that time getting across to Olakalatu and realising that he's just been lazy for half a step, and the speed that he gets across is the thing that he needs just to penetrate through and get that ball down.
That was great. The replay of his feet, that was the highlight there, and Jake was doing his darndest to hold him up, but ball planted, and that is a hammer blow to the chances of Manly here and the chances of hosting a finals match at 4 Pines Park. They had a little bit going their way, Manly, but now the margin again is 18 points. They're just checking the put down, checking any obstruction in his run back across field. Waiting for it all to be locked in. Try has been confirmed. There you go. So relief for Cronulla fans, for Bulldogs fans. Hines to kick for the 20-point lead with 13 to go. So Nico Hines leading pretty good form today with ball in hand. Cronulla on their way against their arch rival Manly, 34-14. There's plenty of cricket on Fox Sports as well. The 3-match series against Scotland is now over. Australia winning that one 3-0, and now they take the step up against England. The T20 series begins this Thursday, live on Fox Cricket. 34-14, Manly, solemn, isn't it now? Now they have played to the silence.
How impressive have the Sharks have been. Dominate possession. They've done both sides of the football this afternoon.
So the short kick off. And Manly come up with the ball. Athletic. So, little glimmer. 13 to go. Need to score this set. Paseka with the ball for Manly. 15 away. Quick play the ball. Lawton to Trebojevic and Brooks to Ben Trebojevic. Sharks defend. Just a few metres away from the line. Lawton. Oh, Lodge puts it down. And Hunt comes back up with it for Cronulla. That is deflating for Manly. So we're going to have a situation next week where two teams in a sudden death final, both last up losers going into the finals in Canterbury and Manly. In Canterbury's case, 2 losses in a row. Manly only 1 win from their last 3. With Katoa. And this has got Cronulla back on track. Cooper, you know Melbourne all too well, and the rivalry Cronulla and Melbourne.
And Cronulla have beaten Melbourne down there this year already. So on the eve of the finals, the Sharks have arguably had one of their better performances of the year.
Cronulla with it. Hines across to Hunt. Here is the big stat. Taking the scalp of Manly today. The Sharks go to Melbourne having beaten them there. And they did that without Nico Hines, if you remember. And this man Atkinson was a hero. So there's a little mental scorecard being kept that Cronulla's on the right side of the ledger. Trindle bombs from 38 metres out. Kohler's underneath it, has to catch it, does it. Manly 9 away from their own line.
Now that win you're referring to was in round 10. The Sharks won 25-18. Atkinson was the star.
Across to Talau. Break away from one. One more try Cronulla would be absolute statement. If you put 40 on Manly in front of a full house at 4 Pines Park, that would be incredibly uplifting for the Sharks and their chances. Of course, every team in the top 4, you are only 2 wins away from a grand final. That's how close it is. Seagulls on their 40-metre line. Trebojevic. Knights and Dolphins not too far away now. Kohler had a look. It's another error from Manly. It's looking like their absolutely hopes are dashed here. Lodge a drop ball, Kohler a drop ball now. Not good.
Yeah, the fast-moving defence from the Sharks have frustrated Manly attack this afternoon. This time it was Jesse Ramian. Manly looking to go around the Sharks, and the right centre from the Sharks just flew up off the line and put the pressure on. We spoke about the confidence that the Sharks needed in a big win here at Brookvale on the eve of the finals. I think they'll get it.
10 minutes now to go. Sharks cross to Katoa. Always a battle, the two wingers, the tries they score in the year. Mulatalo has slipped ahead of Sione. Still might be good for another one today. McInnes to Hunt, off his left foot. He's had a few more minutes today than his average. Royce Hunt, 25 from the line. Atkinson, Hines looked in, goes out. Trindle, great ball. He's on his way again. Brett Nickera, a special back rower, has scored again for Cronulla. He is an absolute gem.
He's a powerful force, particularly when you're running at smaller halves. He scored back-to-back tries, and he's just showing his versatility. The first one was skipping across the field. This one is basically running in between Talau and Brooks, saying, tackle me if you can. He was way too powerful. His timing with Trindle there is centimetre perfect. And he's turned on a big performance this afternoon, Britt Nickera.
Craig Bellamy been watching. Well, he knows what Nickera is capable of, but try and picture that against the Melbourne defence next week.
There'll be a couple of players doing their homework after today. It'll be Jerome Hughes and Cameron Munster getting ready to tackle the likes of Wilton and Nickera, because they've been strong on the edge on both sides of the field. Big reason why it's been a dominant performance from the Sharks.
Played Test football for New Zealand in his very first season in the NRL and has maintained that level of performance. A very valuable player. I did not see this scoreline coming. When it was so close, 3 minutes out from half-time, it has essentially been all the Sharks since. And that is a big marker to put 40 on here that erases the disappointment of last week, the Warriors. That's now way back in the rearview mirror. This is a perfect tune-up for finals. Next game. Cooper, what's your tip? Dolphins Knights. Are you wavering? Have you got something?
I'm wavering, but this is a matchup between can Wayne Bennett get that magic dust that he provided the Dolphins last week, or can Kalen Ponga in a hometown sold-out crowd be the reason why they march into the finals again? If I had to tip, I'm going for Kalen Ponga and the Knights to get it done.
Okay, it's all coming your way on Fox League. Knights and Dolphins with 8 minutes here to go. I mean, how ugly can it get? Short kickoff. It's not going to go the distance. So, no penalty setter of halfway. Just play the ball on the 40-metre line. Cronulla can keep their roll on. Now, there's 1 point. You don't want Manly to concede 50. As we know, the most famous stat in rugby league, concede 50 and write your chances off. What sort of mood are Cronulla? Oh, well, maybe... What sort of mood are they in? Well, I don't know after that drop ball from Cap.
I was just about to wrap up the Sharks and their second half performance because it was poor against the Warriors last week. But what they've done in the second half has been very impressive up until that knock-on from Cam McInnes. They've had 6 line breaks and only missed 9 tackles. That's the type of semi-final football you need for Craig Fitzgibbon to be successful in the next couple of weeks.
So just seeing Jesse Ramey in there, guys, on the sideline, he had his ankle strapped up and he came off, so a bit of concern there for Cronulla.
Line break count 9-2 to Cronulla, and that's despite periods where Manly were incredibly aggressive in defence. The second with the ball. Wind has gone out of the sails of the Manly fans now. They're 30 away. The good news for Manly, you're playing finals football next week against Canterbury, a team you beat only a week ago. So it's not all negative. Cherry Evans and Brooks and Lovely gather in there by Ben Trebojevic. Brooks the scoop up for Cherry Evans, delivers a pass, lodged with it. Not quite the same force he was at the start of the game. Last tackle Manly, Brooks had to check to catch it and it crossed it to Lau, and that is a meek end of the set really from Manly. And no excitement from the crowd whatsoever to that.
Yeah, they're just shifting the ball laterally. Brooks to Cherry Evans, but no forward thrust or momentum to engage defenders of the Sharks. That's why Talakai picked off that long pass.
Cronulla bringing it back with Hero. How ruthless. I mean, Cronulla fans probably want one more. They've had years of misery against Manly up until recently. They'd won just prior to 2020. They'd won of just 2 of 19 games against the two clubs. It was this incredible dominance. They've since won. This will be 5 of the last 7. It's a big turnaround, but in the 99th battle, it'll still only be Cronulla's 29th win. 70 times they haven't finished in front. That's some record. Atkinson here, on to Trindle. More a bomb from inside the 40 there. Kohler onto it. Manly back with the ball. And energy is sapped. Probably need to check Lachlan Croker. Lawton playing all the dummy half, or mostly the dummy half right now. Croker, who's missed that big slab of football mid-season, 10 games after round 9. They need him fit for next week. Ball from Lawton to Alio there. Looking down at the bench. I don't know whether Croker is actually on the bench as Trebojevic gets through. Almost. Just taken down by Nikora. Lawton on to Cherry Evans. A bomb here on the last tackle. He's trying to do it all himself. He was chasing through, but Kennedy with a ball for Cronulla. And they're a set closer to what is a very big win. Katoa dancing around in front of the posts. Countdown definitely on to kick off in Newcastle. Sellout crowd. The last game of the regular season with everything to play for. And to play the ball where there was some interference from Manly, but G allowed to continue, and then a pass over the sidelines. So no real advantage for Cronulla, is it?
Play the ball.
See what Nico Hines was trying to do there. He had the the number advantage. Tried to get the pass to Jack Williams on the outside, but he was just out of position slightly.
Let's go.
Want you to run the rule over Nico in a moment. See how this set plays out with his second game back for Cronulla. It's the words of a Hall of Fame halfback in Cooper Cronk, assessing the Cronulla number 7 as Manly with Brooks, now for Ben Trbojevic. He's threatened since coming on. Lawton, Cherry Evans, to Brooks. Long cutout ball. This bloke deserves another try. Marlowe there, held up. Manly with Jake Trbojevic. Cherry Evans delivers there to Aloye on the 4th. Cronulla eating it up so far. Lawton for Brooks. And Brooks then with a move, and he's good, the fullback. He has got loads and loads of ability. Tolu Kola, at the end of it, he pulled up a little on his run, but he just teases us with his talents there. Manly try.
He set up the first try for Manly this afternoon for Tommy Talau with a similar move, but this was even better. Watch this, when he gets the ball out to the left-hand side, the footwork, the shimmy shake he puts on Talakai and to beat Katoa. It's very good. He is fleet-footed. Kola, when he gets into space, not too many people can catch him, but even in confined spaces, his ability to move and make defenders miss. That is a great angle to see the athleticism and footwork of Kola right there.
Tolu Kola there, scoring a Manly try, but it's come way too late. At 40 points to 18. Tell you what, Falalo's made a claim saying, I know if Tom comes back, maybe he doesn't get forced out. You'd think maybe Kola is in the starting backline if they're all available, but at least Falalo has given Seabold a little selection dilemma. But I will ask you about Nico Hines, his performance, Cooper, as Garrick takes this shot, and Garrick with another 2-pointer. So Nico Hines' second game back, and he's always under the microscope. What's your assessment of his performance here?
Yeah, he's been solid here this afternoon, but it's not about what he delivers here for the Sharks in today's game, but what he delivers in the next month. Nico Hines is a great player, Dally M winner, representative guy, and if he wants to take the Sharks to the promised land, he's going to have that belief, an absolute swagger that he can walk into Amy Park next week and dominate. If he has that belief, I think the rest of the Sharks will follow him.
Oh, it could be a statement game in the career of Nico Hines next week. You'll see it here on Fox League from Amy Park. Great rivals, Melbourne and Cronulla. Kick-off is wide. So another mistake by the Sharks, a little scrappy. Manly will have a chance for points coming up to full time. 40 plays 20. Cherry Evans is going to steal another 26 or 27 metres. We'll launch into next week with the last 2 tries of the match, potentially Manly. Locked in. Canterbury to host Manly at a course stadium. What's the crowd number? Is it 50,000 plus? It should be.
Get your ticket now.
Yeah, Canterbury back in the finals. Ball across here to Talau. Well done, Canterbury. I know it's been disappointing the last 2 weeks, but you're there and you get to host a final. Brooks, Lawton, Cherry Evans. 20 away from the line. Now Lawton back with Lodge. He dummied inside. Now offloads to no one. Back goes DCE. He's with the ball. Atkinson has him covered with Wilton. Jake Trbojevic for Lodge. Out in front of Brooks. The pass to Lau. Trying to find Kola again on that left side. Last tackle play. They come that way. And Brooks, they're going to run it. He comes to a complete stop, Luke Brooks. So there you go. Just put the brakes on.
The Sharks' defence was just swarming on every play. Racing up, forcing the Manly Seagulls into tough passes. Whenever they had someone running through a hole, there's always a Sharks defender there. You talk about Manly versus the Dogs next week. Well, the blueprint was there for what Manly did last time. 34-22, that powerful game through the middle, upset the Dogs. Can they do it again?
Well, mission accomplished here for Cronulla. They've assured that they're taking winning form into the finals, bouncing back from that defeat at the hands of the Warriors. Cronulla, it's a big score, 40 points at the home ground of the Sea Eagles. They're both playing finals football in September, but it's Cronulla who have made the statement today. Full time, Cronulla 40, Manly 20.